quiet afternoon in a small, remote Canadian town was shattered by the sound of gunfire. Police in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia, responded to an active shooter at the local secondary school, a tragedy that has left the community in shock and a nation questioning its sense of security. The immediate aftermath reveals a grim toll. 10 people are dead, including the shooter, and more than 25 are injured. This is not just a Canadian problem. It is a stark signal that a uniquely American nightmare is no longer contained by borders. The core problem is the terrifying export of a culture of gun violence. For decades, the United States has grappled with an epidemic of school shootings, a recurring horror that communities like Tumbler Ridge believe happen elsewhere. This incident shatters that illusion. A town of roughly 2,400 people, nestled in the mountains far from urban centers, has been thrust into a spotlight of grief it never sought. The shooting spanned multiple locations, with victims found at the school and a nearby home, illustrating how the violence can ripple through every facet of a small community. Let's analyze why this feels like a turning point. School shootings are statistically rare in Canada, a fact that has long been a point of national distinction. The swift, massive police response with officers flooding the town and a shelter-in-place order for hours highlights how unprecedented this event is for Canadian authorities. The lockdown of both the high school and the elementary school shows the protocol of fear now in play. When a community's defining characteristic shifts from natural beauty to national tragedy, what does that say about the world we are creating? The solution must be multifaceted and urgent. First, support for Tumbler Ridge is critical. Officials have coordinated the safe evacuation of students and a reunification process for traumatized families. The community must now embark on a long road of healing, a challenge for any town, let alone one so small and isolated. On a broader scale, this tragedy demands a hard conversation about the flow of ideologies and weapons. It forces Canada and all nations to confront uncomfortable questions about social alienation, mental health, and the cultural currents that can motivate such acts. This is a moment for sober reflection. Our thoughts are with the families in Tumbler Ridge, but sympathy is not enough. When violence claims 10 lives in a place known for its peace, it is a wake-up call. We must look beyond our own neighborhoods and recognize that the seeds of despair and violence can take root anywhere. The question for all of us, especially those in the United States who know this pain too well, is what we are willing to change so that no other town in any country has to hear those shots ring out. Let Tumbler Ridge be remembered not just for its tragedy, but as a moment that spurred a more vigilant and compassionate defense of our shared spaces.